Hello, welcome back to Slurpathon. We are benefiting Extra Life. My name's Rajasu. I'll be hosting this next run. This is going to be a BMS showcase with krispekremy. Crispy, take it away.
Hello everyone. Let's play some BMS.
That's an excellent way to put it. Okay, so hello everybody. Welcome back to Slurpathon. We're just getting straight into some BMS here because it's such an amazing game. This is running the Lr2oraja client, so this can actually run from 5 to 48 keys, if I remember correctly. Today we're just going to be focusing on 14 key, technically 16 if you want to count the scratches here. That's kind of like Beatmania 2DX doubles. So that's what we're doing right now. BMS is something that you can play at home, and that's what we're doing right now. Looks like we're starting with a little slower song and a level 8, and then we'll see where we go from there. Wink, you got anything to say?
I'm very excited to be here. 14 keys, 2 hands, 1 man. Best way to play, in my opinion.
Truly is the pinnacle.
Those of us who enjoy it, it's just that much more satisfying. The more keys you add in, and accomplishing the things that Crispy can accomplish. And then BMS throws stuff like that, and he just doesn't even blink.
Oh, someone says can't really hear it. Okay, I'll try to turn myself up a little bit, but
Do the same. It's an increase in my volume. Hopefully I'm able to hear us a little better.
hopefully it looks like these hold notes are really
This is really
something. Yeah. A little difficult.
I want to start with the song because I think it's so cool. It's not super hard, but it's a banger of a track.
It's just pinnacle BMS moment of, you can technically do this. Let's see if you can actually do this.
Yeah, that's the thing about BMS. BMS is all user-created stuff, the songs, the charts, and everything like that. So sometimes users will be like, well, maybe I'll just throw this random thing in that's near impossible to do, just to see if we can do it. Let's see, Dot Phase. Yes, you are back for BMS. It is time. We're doing some 14 keys once again.
That's one of my favorite parts about BMS is the music is made for the game, and its charts are made for the game also. Like, it's pretty unique in that regard.
Right, everything in BMS, the songs, the charts, everything that you see is all user-created. No corporations behind everything, they all do it just for the love of the game, which I think is amazing.
And it should be said that the talent to make charts for this is way above other sims of typical music games like Stepmania or another example that I don't have. It's a very satisfying part of the chart with a run across both sides.
I think it's also noteworthy that Crispy's using 2 different controllers here. I see 2 different models of controllers, one on each side, which I don't know how you can manage doing that. I guess with muscle memory.
Yeah, muscle memory.
It's very enjoyable to feel the muscle memory build with doubles. 14 key, DP, however you want to say it. You build on what you learn in singles, and then feel your brain add in everything else it needs for DP as you get up to this level.
Right, especially the reading part, because you can see that the lanes are a little bit split in between each other, so it takes a while to get used to reading both the left and the right side and understanding when you're supposed to read each side.
And where you're supposed to look. Like, unless you can split your vision, it's another challenge to overcome.
Oh, just barely got it. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
You had
I
it!
choked it. I choked it. I jigged myself. Oh well, that's fine. Oh!
Rip.
I should have known.
For
I didn't
anyone-
say finish. I should have known.
So the way BMS works is like 2DX. You see that there's a bar there, and to pass, you need to be in that red part. So that's 80%. Or if the bar's completely red, that means it's a hard clear, and that's fine, as long as it's in the red. The thing happened, yes.
The thing happened. BMS ending.
Oh, here's what actually a really good song by Litmus.
Among all the great things we can say about Crispy, he has fantastic taste in his picks.
And once again, I want to reiterate for how much of a banger this is. This is literally a indie artist making songs just for this game and the charts too, all for free, just for the love of the game and rhythm games in general.
And we've seen others like him make it over to the big times. Lr2oraja, previous BMS, showing up in official 2DX in the last few installments.
Yeah, there's a lot of rhythm game artists that do start out in BMS. You'll see their names, and then you'll play like a licensed game. You're like, wait a minute, I've seen this name before. They used to make BMS songs, and it's nice to know they're getting paid for their work now because they just make such amazing stuff.
They put so much heart and passion into it. It really shows.
I'm going to quote Crispy in saying that BMS has heart, and you can tell because of the love that the artists and chart makers pour into these. Oh, killer. Always with the 2-3 combo. How do you even manage that? One ring finger to do two things at once.
Yeah, I think that's one of the hardest things for me when I play doubles, going from both the bottom and the top lane. Those chords that have one on the bottom, which is the white, and then one on the top, which is the blues. Those are really hard to get a feel for.
And
Nice.
some terminology just to add in, the numbering that I was referring to is which lane. So 1 being the very far left, 14 being the very far right, and then of course the numbers between them. So
I lowered my miss
2,
count on that
3.
one, so that's cool. Sorry to talk over you.
No worries.
Ooh, random. Oh, this song is a banger, absolute banger.
This is the one
Oh,
that utilizes
Silent
that random feature too. It's a little quiet, isn't it?
I'm definitely going to have to try this myself next time I play this game.
Oh, this is probably one of my favorite BMS songs, honestly.
Oh no, charge notes.
All those charge notes. Ooh. That looks rough. Also, I want to note that this client, Lr2oraja, supports what's called gauge shift assist. So basically, you can see that, like I said earlier, it has to be in the red to be clear. So it'll go from hard mode, which is all red, which is basically a life bar, and then once you fail that life bar, it goes down back into normal mode, which is 80% passing.
It's
So,
sitting right there.
so even if you're trying to get a hard clear or something, it'll give you a second shot to at least normal clear the song. That's something that Beatmania does not do. If you fail the song in Beatmania, it just ends. So in this one, at least you get to continue to play the song and go for the easy clear.
To be honest, it's a little overdue for Beatmania to have that feature. Tons of other games have it, so...
Including some Voltex.
Oh yeah, Sound Voltex does have it now.
Maybe in the next version. We can all hope.
Oh, this breakdown right here.
These measures being so close together is very trippy.
Nice, we'll take it. Yeah, there's fun gimmicks there, which I think is a really cool thing that BMS does as well. Things that the measures lines look weird or the notes kind of come in a different way. I'm gonna do this one. This is really fun.
Oh, Dragon Lady. This is a classic song right here. This is also one of those songs, BMS songs that started out just for this game, just for BMS, and then ended up getting licensed for a lot of other rhythm games. So you've probably seen this song, maybe in some other games like My or Chinathan or whatever, but clearly a banger, classic song.
This chart just screams crispy. Look at this.
It really makes you feel like a DJ. He's got fire.
Fire, fire!
Aw. This is exactly the skill that he has that I wish I had.
Now see, I think this is a great illustration of why you should be playing doubles. If you haven't started playing doubles before and you play 2DX, now's the time to start.
This is probably one of the best dopamine hits double created with back and forth scrapping.
It gets a bit hard. Let's see if I can pull it off.
Oh,
Well, I got a big raise.
Oh.
We'll take a raise.
I'm taking raise. Still got a higher score.
You know, that's an interesting thing about this game too, is you can score better and still fail.
You can get triple A's and still fail a song. If you're below that 80%, you're just done. Here's Gyno. This is a recent song, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think
I bet.
I picked a few songs that were more of the recent events because I thought they sounded good. Oops.
I think what's notable for this song is also the video is really excellent for something that's indie made, but once again, that's just the love that people show for this game.
something that's open source, essentially, free. The amount of high quality stuff you can enjoy is just good enough reason to start playing BMS if you haven't already. The world needs more BMS players, 14K specifically. I think this part of the chart illustrates another joy of 14K keys. All of that density, if we're packed into 7 lanes, would be tough. Spreading it out, while it may seem more difficult, actually makes it make more sense once you can read it.
Ooh, that's a path.
Excellent play.
Thank you, thank you.
Excellent song. Excellent play.
Let's see, what do we got next? What do we got next? Let's do this one. Why not? I've cleared this once before. Let's see if we can do it again.
And once again, thanks everybody for tuning in. You are watching Slurpathon. We are playing BMS in support of Alberta's Children's Hospital Foundation, which I absolutely recommend you donate to if you have the possibility to.
Yeah, if you'd like to donate, type !donate into chat, and it'll give you the link.
Very good chart to demonstrate that top lane and bottom lane chord
Yeah,
challenge that we were
exactly.
discussing before.
Getting that hand placement for both a top and a bottom key is very... It takes a while to wrap your head around it, so it as easy as it looks, it's pretty difficult to understand, especially when a lot of them start coming down at you. A lot of hand swapping going on.
Definitely can be a mind bender at first. Especially when they start introducing the 3-note chords.
And another benefit, once you've learned it, you can take that skill back to your single playing, and it will help you make more improvements there as well.
Lots of runs going on here.
It's a good fundamentals chart. That finger placement is essential.
Nice. Almost a triple A.
Oh, plus 15.
We'll take it. That's a good race. -1 miscount. All right. We missed one less.
Really appreciate when they end a chart with a nice big 4+ chord on both hands.
Oh yeah.
Just slam.
Bam.
Oh, that's very nice. Just building up a bunch of charge notes all together.
Very hype moment there. I think the build-up is always important, especially in rhythm games, or either a break or a build-up or something like that, just to get the player hype. You know that something's about to happen.
How about the tension and release?
I find one of my favorite moments in DP 14K playing is when a chart makes you move your body back and forth with the pattern. So if it scale or chords moving you left and right over and over, very satisfying.
Ooh.
Ah, perfect. awestruck by just how good of a track and how well Crispy is playing. All of his density.
I'm just jamming. Ooh, missed that hard clear right there, right there.
This is the
We still
very
got a normal
He's got
pass.
that trip coming. He's got plenty of room left on that bar.
Let's go.
There it is.
There it is.
That's awesome.
Handily.
Very nice.
I have to agree with Dot Phase here. That is an S plus times 8 BMS submission right there.
Oh yeah, very nice. Very cool. Let's go. Oh, let's keep doing these ones I've selected. It's like 39 degrees in my office right now because I don't have a heater, so I'm trying to keep my hands warm whenever I can.
Not only is he performing as amazingly as he is, he's doing it in nice chest. Hog gamer moment right here.
He got his best jacket on for the occasion.
Just to keep you warm, obviously.
I really like the scratch patterns on this chart.
They intimidate me, but they excite me. Nice little Dope-Lanny lowdown part. Doesn't seem to phase him.
Rude.
The things we do to play BMS and Doctors, I absolutely agree. Oh, what a banger. Oh, look at that scratch.
Let's combo through all of it. That's that scratchy boy talent Crispy brings. PB already. Just gonna keep going.
Oh no. Give it to me. Come on. Enough. Yeah.
Plus
You got
100
it.
on that one.
Nice. That's a big raise. We're getting warm. Lots of time left too. That's gonna be fun. We got some good ones left. Whew.
Here's Subrim. I think probably one of my favorite BMS, one of my favorite BMS artists for sure. Summer's always making bangers.
I'm gonna say this fits into a category BMS that's weird but good, which is just one of the great little things about BMS.
So much variety of music.
Some tricky chord play in this chart. And some jacks on top of it. charts and songs like this are reminiscent of the old days for Beatmania, Hideo Suwa, and the like, where they weren't really pop songs, but they were great.
That was fun.
What a fun gimmicky chart.
Hey, missed 2 less than I did before, so even though I had less, not as good of a score, it's still a raise. Alright, Decoy recommended I play this one.
Ah, yes, Door Knock. Here's a good double scratch chart that definitely... I don't think they would ever do something like this in 2DX as far as the chart goes. It's very technical for a scratch chart. You'll see what I mean soon.
Yeah, I have the site read for me, so we'll see how it goes.
And once again, this is one of those things that BMS can get away with because there's no regard for any human life form. It's just, I want to make this, so I'm going to make it. It's a BMS now. If you want to go play it, go play it. It's free.
But you may think, why would BMS be that way? Why would they make it so hard? But the benefits are, they speak for themselves. If you can manage this, you can manage anything.
Yep, that's the thing about BMS. It's all community driven. It's you be the change you wanted to see. Basically, you want to make a chart crazy, go for it. If that's what you want to see, you have to be the one to make it.
There's no better way to increase your strength and density reading than playing BMS. Excellent suggestion, Decoy.
This is awesome.
Yeah, this is where it gets a little bit more technical. I don't think I've seen any chart in 2DX do this. You got some hand switches going on.
Wow.
Whoa, yeah, right.
The only thing that comes to mind is Rowdy DPA on Eastrover. Had some fun switching, but nothing to this level.
Nice. Oh, nice. We'll take it.
I'm still a hard clear.
Yeah, still a tired hardcore. That's very good. That's awesome.
You kept an EX right up to the point that you said things got complicated.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, let's go into... Let's try some satellite stuff. Let's see how I can fare on some satellite stuff. Why not? I mean, this is the wrong satellite. That's SP satellite. Whoops. Let's see how I can fare.
Okay, now we're getting to the satellite charts, which will be a little bit harder. These are more of the 11, 12-ish range for Beatmania. And once again, this is BMS. You can play this for free right now. It is Lr2oraja, this client, specifically Lr2oraja, but Lr2oraja works fine. Any way you can play BMS, there's a few clients out there. It's all free. Highly recommended if you haven't tried it, even if you just want to play around with it.
You don't even need a controller either. You can just play with your keyboard.
You can play with your keyboard. You can play with your mouse. You can even play it on your browser.
Yeah, it's true. There's a really nice web browser base.
And it does have charts all the way down to beginner. You don't have to be at this level to really enjoy it. But once you're up at this level, there's just so much variety in many tiers of that 11 to 12 and beyond.
See, a question for the rhythm gamers. Do you find yourself getting really hot? I feel like I would be cooking. You definitely want to be at least a little bit warm when you're playing. You need a lot of finger dexterity for this, so you definitely want those fingers to be warmed up. Maybe not steaming hot, just just well enough.
I will say, as a fellow 14K player, that I get hotter playing 14P than I do 7. There's more movement, your arms are reaching farther, and you're not as stationary, so not, of course, like dancing music games will get you hot and sweaty, but fairly good warm and workout.
Oh, that's a plus 62 on that.
And then I raised to I had an easy clear before.
Oh, there you go. We got ourselves a clear.
Woo!
Lamp, buddy, lamp.
Alright, this is one of the ones I picked, maybe.
But as far as getting hot, definitely, you know what? My brain overheats faster than my body does for me, especially when playing 14 key.
Yeah.
In this particular instance, Crispy is playing in a near freezing room, so the heat is probably a big benefit.
Yeah, definitely had been warming up for a little while so that I would really frozen starting off right away.
Runs that he's doing right here, where it starts on the bottom row and then moves to the top halfway through, and are just so tricky and such an indicator of good fundamentals and key finger placement.
I think that's my favorite kind of chart, just really dense runs. Especially on 14, doubles, you get both hands just keep going and never stop.
I don't know if I have a favorite, but that is a good one.
Hey, mind if I take a minute here to plug some upcoming incentives?
Absolutely, go for it.
By all means.
Yeah, so our next run is Rock Band 4, which will be taking song requests, but right now you can get in on some exciting bid wars for the S Legend of Zelda. You can bid on whether the character is going to be a boy or girl, or you can donate to decide the character name. And there are also some bid wars for SMZ3 to save and kill the animals. So if you'd like to donate toward those incentives, get them in, ! Donate.
Save the animals, guys, come on. You gotta donate to save the animals.
This has a lot of stairs. I still can't understand stairs for the life of me, because once again, swapping those fingers from up and down the whole row is very difficult for me to.
As a fellow Gale challenged person, I sympathize. to say it's just practice, but it does get better. You can see them a little more easily.
That's the one that
This is one of those BMS artists that started out with BMS and then ended up doing more songs for the money games like Hoppin'.
I didn't know that actually.
When I first played this one, it did sound an awful lot like a Poppin' music song.
And another thing about BMS, it actually does support Poppin' mode. So 9 key, you can do that in BMS. There's plenty of charts out there that are 9 key. So if you got a Poppin' controller, you can also play BMS, rather PMS. It's still supported though.
Oh god.
Okay, these chromatic scales are just killing my brain right now. I don't know how you're managing them.
I wouldn't say I managed it too well.
You're not flatlining, which is a lot to be said.
Alright, it was a fun song though, either way. Must have had a good day on that one before. Let's do something hard for funsies, because I like scratch.
Get that DP scratch in there.
Oh yeah, DP
And
scratch.
Pain 4, which is about 12.3 or so on the official Beat Mania scale.
Yeah, but it's scratch dependent, so that's my specialty.
So for a mortal person, it would be very difficult.
Oh, this is a really hype scratch song.
And just fantastic job on density.
I see someone said Lr2oraja needs a computer science degree to set up. It's daunting. Getting BMS set is definitely daunting. There's no doubt about it. Though there's plenty of guys out there. Honestly, all you gotta do is download a client, download some songs, and you're pretty much set as far as that goes. I think the reputation for it, especially in its older days of being just the harder 2DX game, it definitely isn't true anymore. Client Lr2oraja is much better than the older Lr2oraja. The songs have gotten a lot more beginner friendly, especially with all the new packs and stuff coming out. It's definitely a game that you can just actually get straight away into without knowing anything about BMS or even rhythm games in general. Just think of it as just advanced Osu.
Advanced Osu, oh no.
Yeah, advanced Osu with more love to it.
Osu, man.
Much like the wonderful community that's supportive of new players in Beatmania, there are lots of helpful individuals that will help you get BMS up and running. Krispekremy is a perfect example of that, personally.
Hey, do we have time for a couple of donations here?
Yep.
We got $54 from Scoots saying, rounding out my donations node, please put it toward naming Link Willow in BS Legend of Zelda.
Nice.
And we got another $50 from Karnath FD saying, have to donate for Slurp and no better than my own run. Put $20 toward Karnbane Terra, $10 to Trankbane Sailor Moon, and $20 to Killing the Animals.
Aw.
No, not the animals. Quick, everyone donate to save the animals.
I feel like he missed the point, but Bill gave money anyway.
The spirit's there.
At least they're not real animals.
but once again, this is Slurpathon. I highly recommend you donate if you can. Either way, we're enjoying some BMS bangers here. You can go ahead and donate and then download this game for free, so it's like you spent money on it.
Very slightly offbeat. Not chords, but I'm trying to think of the right way to describe it. Very, very fun. Oh, man.
Ooh.
This chart shows one of my favorites when they have sequences that mirror each other, so scales that start in the middle and go outward, or vice versa.
Man, that looks fun.
It's a banger. That's a banger
Let's
track.
go.
Alright, looks like I've got probably time for one more, and then we can say our thanks. Ooh.
Oh, this sounds
Excellent choice.
Let's go.
I love
This
this.
is a good one to end it off on.
Again, thanks everyone for tuning in. Appreciate y'all being here. Donating to a good cause. That's really awesome.
Huge fan of the mist layer.
It's pretty funny.
It makes me think of like Funky Bingo Paradise, but what if it was beyond?
I don't know how I comboed that.
Oh man.
That was. Hold on to the hard clear.
Breath watching
Yeah,
you hold
plus
that hard
100.
clear.
Wow, that's a big race.
And a hard clear.
All right, we did it.
An amazing BMS run.
Awesome, thanks you guys. Really appreciate it.
I hope your fingers are warmed up now.
Oh yeah, they definitely are.
Yeah, anybody have any, last minute shout outs you want to give or anything?
I don't stream super a whole lot on Twitch, but you can follow me there, krispekremy on Twitch, and then yeah, shouts out to everyone running this event. It's been awesome for my end, and loved all the blocks that I've checked out. So keep on tuning in and donating, everybody.
Yeah, anybody else?
I would say, if you have the opportunity to, if you have the capability to play BMS, clearly it's a fun game. I hope you had as much fun watching it as I did. I'd love to see more BMS players start out. It's definitely an approachable game. This is high level, basically a showcase, but there's easier charts out there that you could start out with. I highly recommend it.
Hundreds of easy songs in here. Hundreds.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks so much for that awesome showcase. We did get a couple more donations in. We got one from BBQ Boys saying, I'm going to be real with you. I only like animals roasted and between a pair of brioche buns, so this money goes to make the SMC3 animals extra crispy. What are you going to do about it? Donate to save them? I'd like to see you try. And we got $10 from Sprainard Kruger saying, here's $10 to name the BS Zelda character Lr2oraja, regardless of gender. Thank you so much for those donations. With those, we're now at $3,421 raised for Extra Life.
Woo.
Y'all been doing just an incredible job of helping us out here. Anyway, I am going to be handing off hosting duties here for the next run, and then I'll be back in a little bit. So, yeah, once again, thank you for this awesome run, and we'll be right back in just a minute here.